Well, morning, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? Yeah, it's the 2nd of November, 2025. It's a Sunday at 4:04 in the morning, West Coast time. Shout out to the Canadian snowbirds. And for those who are our northern neighbors. I've been trying to follow the news reports of what's been happening. And feeling your pain, in a way. Our current megalomania leader that we voted in November 2024 was one of the biggest, dumbest mistakes we Americans ever made. Because with this guy, we have pissed off the entire world and screwed up economies left and right. We even screwed up our own economies by shutting out neighbors from both northern and southern when they were taking vacations abroad in our country. Our industries are suffering because of it. It's not just trade. And I agree that we haven't treated our neighbors very well because of the megalomania. Yeah, the trash bags, I call them. And the followers that follow the trash. Well, let's just say our attitude in this country has changed and flip-flopped so much that I don't know how we truly feel about the foreigners now. Foreigners. Supposed to be neighbors, not foreigners. Global neighbors. Global travelers. American companies, the mega corporations, are still trying to cash in as much as they can for their own survival. But for the rest of us out here who are dependent upon a stranger coming through town to check us out, yeah, we suffered on that one. We just haven't felt the pinch yet. And we're not going to feel the pinch because we're blindsided because of the fearless leader we voted in that has managed to. One second. Apologies. We didn't know what the hell we were doing when we voted this bastard in the first place, and we thought he was going to be changing our prices and changing everything else, and it turns out it was the worst mistake we've ever made since the presidents we've elected back in the 1920s and 30s. Not to mention listening to the politicians back then that created the Great Depression of the 1930s and screwed over the world, not to mention our own damn country. But we're doing the same damn. One second. Yeah, sorry, things got in the throat. We made the mistakes a long time ago that screwed over world economies. When we thought that taxing people left and right across the world coming into our country would make us rich. They called them the tariffs. Bitch if it is, the tariffs are making our people poorer and poorer because we had to pay more and more for the products that are coming into the country that we had depended upon. And because we need these products to continue our existence, we're paying the price even worse. There was supposed to be some kind of competition or something like that. Because other companies are charging cheaper rates, our companies were supposed to be getting in the gear. It never did work out that well. We screwed ourselves over back in the 30s on that one. Soup lines, properties sold off. Agricultural suffered a great deal. We're doing the same damn crap as we did a long time ago. The Gilded Age. And wealth gets trapped up in north, and people starve to death. Yeah, we're doing the same damn thing as we did a long time ago, or a century ago. History does repeat itself in elements. And if we keep forgetting what's happening, we keep losing track of that, and we think it's somebody else's fault when it's really our own. Because we're that dumb and we're that ignorant. I said it, I'm an American. I say it, we're ignorant and we're dumber and shit. Because we haven't studied, we haven't learned, we didn't care to. Therefore, we suffer and pay the price. So does everybody. Everybody readjusts and shifts until we get a new administration in that actually cares about what's happening around us. Let's face it, we're crashing and burning again. We're back down to the depression stage again. Not to mention, is it important to have a gilded bathroom to show to the world? Is it that important to show a shitter that bad? I can show them something worse. A lot worse. And the gold and glitter. Don't these guys know that the gold and glitter comes with a price? The price is part of the destruction of the White House. Are we going to be destroying more of the White House just to satisfy some kind of itch on this asshole? He wants a ballroom. If or when this guy gets out of office, hopefully when the term expires, he can't get back in. Well, we have other politicians trying to maneuver and cheat the United States Constitution. There had been suggestions that if there was another president coming in, and somehow the gas bag got into the line of succession, he would finally end himself right back where he came from. Or actually where he left in the beginning, back in the White House again. And they want that. They want that so damn badly. I don't get the attraction of this gas bag. It's full of shit. I call it trash bag more often instead of gas bag. So is the rest of the people. They want not just a Gilded Age, they want a Nazi age. And I know that it pisses them off. Good. Good. Let them piss them off. They're already exacting their revenge or their personality defects upon the people. What they want, the whole place to be shattered? Everything in rubble? While Washington, D.C. shines in glitter and gleam? Is that it? And these guys would be laughing their heads off, rolling around in the tanks and saying, look at us, look at us. You know whatever happened to revolutions? Some revolutions ended peacefully with court systems. Others, hell of a lot more bloodier. Now, we've been fighting the lower echelon here, trying to keep things peaceful. But I keep telling you, there's going to be a time when it's not going to happen. That we get so fed up, there's going to be pushback on this one. And they're drooling for it. They are anticipating. It's like they're celebrating the next meal out of us. Perhaps they've also seen or read history that even with revolutions that happen, it becomes costly to everybody, including them. And not to mention the lower echelon, I have to keep fighting like crazy for it. It's in the history books, but they keep trying to rewrite history, the reinterpretations of it. of things that have already happened, but they don't believe in it. They wanted to whitewash the Civil War. They wanted to whitewash slavery. Oh, they came willingly over to the United States in chains. They didn't have any chains. They were freed people. Right, sure. So they came over here willingly to get themselves kicked, beaten, yelled at, screamed at, dragged away from families from one continent to another, and then dragged again across the country. Well, we can't talk about that, can we? Civil War happened in 1860, but that wasn't a Civil War. That was just something else that happened. But we can't tell the dead about that when the dead's screaming and yelling at us in our dreams. Well, we don't want to listen to that one. That's too damn bad news. We can't hear that one. And for the ones that split apart a country, we have to celebrate now? Even though everyone wants to celebrate, they split apart the country? Give me a break on that one. You might as well say the revolution that we actually had back in 1776, starting off, was just nothing. Doesn't matter if the people died or not in the process. One person gets labeled as a traitor. Whitewashing history just to solve their fantasies. And they have a problem against diversity, equality, and inclusion. They want cookie cutter. They can't stand perfection. Everything has to be mechanical. They're spending money, hand on foot, in artificial intelligence. You schmucks, you don't get it. It's not going to help us out with the rest of the jobs out here, you schmuck. Build up factories and then we get our asses tossed out. It's not because of foreign bodies coming in, it's because the robots will get smarter and smarter and they'll figure out human beings are just as fucked up as ever and turn Terminator on us. I'm expecting Skynet to happen. Then we can hear the gas bags whining and griping about the lower people did this shit to us. They sabotaged us. Oh, no. You guys don't get the Frankenstein Oedipus situation, the Prometheus man story? Oedipus, I misspoke that one. Frankenstein. A mad scientist creates something, and they're like, now what do I do with it? And the Frankenstein's looking at his master, trying to figure out, or the creator, what do you want from me? Looked at him in awe. It used to be a dead body, now it's a collection of chemicals or electricity or something. It's alive. And throughout the story, Frankenstein, creation, was learning how to be human and figured out humanity sucks. Maybe few people liked him, but not many did. He goes after his creator, trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and his creator wants to destroy him because he's too damn afraid of what the mistakes he's made. And in the end, the creator dies and the creature just lives. He gotta live. But somewhere in the process, he wanted a mate for himself. It didn't work out too well, did it? We have that creature living inside of us. We have it externally, the one we voted into office, and all its little creations. This is the reasons why people kind of study literature, trying to figure out each other's point of view. That's why we studied media like crazy, just to see everyone else's point of view, to see if maybe our society's turning into that particular craziness or not. I had changed in my community college when I'm still going there. I changed my major from English literature to history. Don't get me wrong, I like literature. But history right now is more important. And if we keep forgetting the events, somehow we have this cyclic event that keeps kicking us in the ass. Karma's a bitch, and I gotta ask yourself, how's your ass right now? How many times has it been biting you in the ass? Hell of a thought this morning, ain't it? That being said,